Guys, today we're talking about Blackbeard, one of the most infamous pirates to ever sail the seven seas. And this is a good old-fashioned fun history deep dive. Because you've heard the name Blackbeard.
Sure have.
That's what the ladies call you. You've heard the name Blackbeard.
Yeah.
All of us know this guy, but no one actually knows anything about him.
Before we begin, is there a character in Pirates of the Caribbean that's modeled after him?
Yes. I'll tell you at the end. After Christos looks it up, because I don't know, but I'm sure there's got to be.
I'm sure there is. Yeah. Have you ever seen? Wait, you have never seen the movies though, right?
I read the books. Are there books? I don't remember. No, I have seen Pirates of the Caribbean, but I don't know which character is modeled after him. Let's find out. So Christos just hit us with a nice little Google search. In Pirates of the Caribbean, the fourth installment in 2011, Captain Edward Teach, also known as Edward Thatch, which will explain the delineation of why there's no actual consensus on his name. He's the main antagonist of the 2011 swashbuckler film, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Sick as hell.
Stranger Tides. So don't watch that movie until you've listened to this episode and understand everything about Blackbeard, okay? What's crazy about Blackbeard is that he legit only spent 2 years as a pirate captain. But he became so well known in that little 2-year stretch that people talk about him 300 years later. He's kind of like the Tekashi 6ix9ine of his day, right? Like a short little run where he ran New York. Everyone knew him. He was on top of the world. And even though, you know, he's not doing the numbers he was doing back in the day, people still revere him as one of the most fearsome tattooed bandits of the land. Kind of sick, right? What was that?
I said something. I forgot I wasn't on mic.
And that's jazz. Anyway, there's actually, to be honest with you, Blackbeard's not like the Jordan of pirates. There's a bunch of pirates that are way more successful. Bartholomew Roberts captured 400 ships during his career. That's like a ship every 3 days. Henry Every pulled off what might be the biggest heist in history. He stole millions of dollars of treasure and then vanished completely. No one ever found him. Literal pirate treasure. There's even a woman pirate, Chinese pirate from back in the day, known as Ching Shi. Her first name was literally Ching. Ching Shi. And she was commanding 80,000 pirates in China and basically just ran her own navy. But somehow Blackbeard's the one everyone knows. So what makes him so special? I'm going to go ahead and say branding. Right? Like, just like in terms of like a sick name. Like, look, Ching Shi is probably solid, but like, you know, American audience, it's kind of hard. But Blackbeard, I mean, it's like it's just seared in your brain. You know exactly who we're talking about. So when we look at his life, you're trying to start at the very beginning, right? Well, that's where it doesn't start, because we don't really know anything about him. Now, most of what we know about this guy comes from a book known as A General History of the Pirates, written by Captain Charles Johnson in 1724. But a lot of historians think that the stories in that book are just basically made up. And what's even crazier is that the guy that wrote that book, people dispute if that's even a real guy. Charles Johnson might just be a fake name used by a guy known as Daniel Defoe. Now, if you know Daniel Defoe, this is the guy that wrote Robinson Crusoe. So technically the only major historical source we have on this guy Blackbeard from a historical perspective might have been written by the same dude that wrote Robinson Crusoe. And maybe it's not even him, but no one even knows who the guy that wrote the book is. So you can see the issue here. But what we do know is that Blackbeard was likely born around 1680, most likely in Bristol, England. And he probably, I mean, frankly, could have come from like any English coastal town, but we know that a lot of the pirate activity is coming out of Bristol. Now, what we do know is that he used the name Edward Teach, also sometimes spelled Thatch, but also spelled a bunch of different ways of Thatch, like Thach, Thatch. Regardless, he used a bunch of fake names, and pirates, you know, historically did this all the time. And a lot of times pirates would use different family names when they were doing piracy type activities because they didn't want to bring dishonor amongst their family, which is kind of funny that, like, you know, even pirates have a code of the seas. They're like, hey, we're going to steal and rob and pillage and murder, but I don't want to make my dad look bad. So there you go. The most famous pirate in history, and we don't really know anything about his early life, and we don't even really know what to call him. So thus, we will stick with Blackbeard. Now,